Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So today I am going to do another pearl pour, dirty pour combination, but I want to put gold in it. So I find when I've done this in the past, the gold has behaved a little bit differently to the other colours. So I'm often a little bit more hesitant with using it, but one thing I'm learning is you can't be afraid, otherwise you will never do something that you might like. So you have to just get stuck into it and go, I'm going to use it. So I have a plain black base. I find the black base works best. I have used other colours, but I'm not a huge fan of them just yet. I'm going to try more in the future, but for now I'm sticking with the plain black base, which is marte paints, 70 grams paint, 140 grams floetrol, Australian floetrol. Then I have my two colours. So I can only get the green in this. I've only got green in this one brand, which is the decoart Americana decor metallics in the tub. And this is emerald, and it's a fantastic colour. Absolutely beautiful. So I have this, and I have mixed that 25 grams paint to 25 grams Australian floetrol. Now, I can only get the gold, or the 24K gold, in extreme sheen. So I haven't been able to get these in the same brands as of yet. So with the extreme sheen, it's a little bit thinner. So this here is 25 grams paint and 15 grams floetrol. So a little bit less gold than there is green. But, yeah, because it's thinner, if you make it you need these to be pretty even with their consistency. I still think that the gold is slightly thinner than this, but I don't want to mess it up too much. I've got my numbers, and I'll see how it goes. So I'll put these two colours away because I don't want them to get knocked over or get in my way too much. So I have a paper cup. You can use plastic. I just like it so I can bend it and make a spout. So we'll put these two over here. Now, we will get the black. I always give everything a quick stir. So I'll put about a third in. Then we're going to get the gold, and we're going to put half the gold in. Or approximately, it does not have to be exact. And then I'm going to put half of the green in on the on the other side of where I poured the gold. Now remember, it's a dirty pour. You need to pour it from a height. You want the colours to smash down into it and mostly go near the bottom. Then we pour in another third of the black. And then we're going to go the rest of the gold. Again, pouring it from a height, letting it smash in. Now that it's dripping, it's just sitting on top. So we can come down closer. I might see if I can get this to smash in a bit. Yeah, it did a little bit. I just don't want the gold and the green sitting on top too much. They will a bit. It's just the way they do it. Okay. Now we want the rest of the green. Again, you're pouring it from a height, so it doesn't matter if it pours into the same spot where the gold was. Again, scrape. This is what's going to give you the effect. So I'll try to scrape most of it out without being like overly crazy, but and then we are just going to pour in the rest of the black, which I'm going to stop right here and just put a little bit down. You don't have to do this part. I like to just have a little bit of paint on my edges, my corners mostly. Doesn't have to be all the way across. Just that tip seems to be where I sometimes have trouble getting over the edge. And again, you don't have to do this. I just do it and I just swipe it on with the pop stick or whatever you're using to scrape your paints or mix your paints with. Perfect. Perfect, that's about it. Don't over stress over it. Wipe all the excess paint off my hands, which I always seem to get everywhere. Okay. Beautiful, we're done with this part. So I'm going to show you something. I don't know if you can see in the cup, but can you see all that gold and green kind of purling up in the cup? Beautiful. Sorry. Really, really beautiful. So I'm going to get my gloves on ready. Now it's still so warm here. I'm cooking. So where I do my art, it's probably the warmer room of my house, which is pleasant in winter, but it traps a bit of the heat in, and I open up the windows at night and try and let some air in without blowing dust around onto my paintings, but I am absolutely red hot. And I want to make sure I don't drop any sweat onto the artwork because it does ruin it. That's what happened to me recently. So I didn't do a video for a couple of days. I had a lot going on. It was easier for me. I did do a test run with different paints to try to do, and I just got a black canvas with a tiny bit of metallic in there. So I'm going to have to try them again to see if they make any pearls. I brought the new, well not new, I brought the one that says texture. They're really, really thick, but I don't know whether my ratios were out or whether the paint doesn't want to do the same effects. Now, when we pour this, we want to pour it from a little bit of a height because you want this to also mix here and not, you don't want the metallics sitting on the surface because they just glide over the top and sit there. You want them to go underneath because when the metallics go underneath and then they come back up again, that's when you get pearls. So it doesn't have to be a massive height, but just see how all my colours, the gold's mixing into the black. It really just looks like a cup of black I'm pouring out, but there is all that metallic in and underneath there. Okay, now we've got some coming out and sitting on top. Always happens at the bottom of the cup. There's not much you can do, so just get close. Let it find its way out. So yeah, I am a little bit, I'm not afraid of the gold. I just find it doesn't always behave the same way as the other colours. So I tend to avoid it more so, but it is beautiful. It's a really nice colour, but it is actually also one of the harder ones to get hold of at times. People buy the gold quite more readily than they do the other colours, I find. So, and silver suits my house better too. That's why I often go for silvers, tins, greys, pewters. I like the effects that they give for my house. Okay. So there's pearls come up inside my cup too in time, and they look pretty cool. Excellent. It hasn't tried to go over any edge already. Now, I put a new gas bottle in my blowtorch last night, and I'm a bit... It's very flamethrower-like. I've got to... Whoa. I just got to be a little bit more gentle. Yeah, there we go. It just goes like a crazy man. And just... trying to pop the bubbles without getting too close, because I can't control them. Can't control it. It was on the, like, nearly off. A fresh bottle always does it. Makes it go super mad and go everywhere. Beautiful. So we've got, I can see gold pearls popping up. I can see green ones popping up. But then in the center here, we've got real dense, solid greens and golds. So they were the last bits that came out the cup, which will give a slight different pattern to the ones that sink down and come back up, if that makes sense. Get my corner catcher. You don't have to use the corner catcher. I have been lately, because I find I don't want to lose too much of the metallics while trying to get the paint over those corners. So I am just going to slightly cover the canvas without going over the edges. So I'm going to go that way, come back down, come over to this side, come back again, come down this way, come back. I'm going to start losing it over this bottom edge. I went a bit close. Up this way. And if you wanted to, you could cover the whole canvas with a thin layer of paint to help the paint flow instead of rolling over itself. But I haven't. I may try that one day just to see what different effects I get. So while the paint's in the corner, let's go put the corner catcher on, tip it till it goes in the corner, come back, and then I'm going to remove my corner catcher. Bring the paint back down towards the middle area. Put this corner catcher on this side, and then maneuver it down to this one. Into the corner, come back, take my corner catcher off, and bring my paint all the way back down and around into the middle section. Okay, whoops. Now we're going to come down to this corner. All the way into the corner. And then come back. Bring it back to the middle. And then off this way. Into the corner. Come back. Take that away. Whoops. Now, this is where you first decide. So I'm going to bring the paint back to the middle. And now I'm going to decide, is there a corner that I don't want or don't want to keep? I may go a little bit closer to this and maybe just get a little bit of black off this area here. But I don't want to lose any of that green. So you do it slowly and carefully. Okay, that's good enough. Now I'm just going to move the paint around, but at the same time you've got to watch your whole canvas, because some parts of the metallics now are what I call sticking. What they are is, instead of flowing, they want to stay where they are. So when that happens, you will alter the shape. So I am finding that this is becoming a little bit square-like, if that makes sense. That middle pattern is kind of getting a bit of a rectangle or square shape to it. So I just want to move it around, see if I can alter its shape without changing my picture too much. But in doing this, moving it around, you create more pearls coming up. But yeah, like I say, just watch what you're doing, because you got to kind of keep your eye on the whole canvas at the same time, which is not always an easy task to achieve. I actually am going to leave it there. It's starting to, so that part there won't move. So every time I stretch, that there's getting bigger and bigger. And I don't want to get rid of this bottom corner here, because this is magnificent. I don't want to get rid of this corner, because I'll push more of the green off. So the only corner I can take away is that one, but I don't really think I need to. So now I'm going to get my gloves off. I can't work in gloves a lot. They irritate me, but I need them so I don't walk around like a painted person. Oh, okay. So, just wiping my face with my rag, because I'm sweating and I don't want to drop a piece of sweat into this, because it will react. It makes funny marks. I think this, I don't know what happens, but it just doesn't like it. So you don't have to, well, but I'm going to do another quick little blow torch, just to get rid of the rest of the bubbles. Okay, so when you do that the second time after you've done it, yes, it does get rid of bubbles, but it also puts these tiny little black dots where the bubbles popped and the metallic isn't sitting, so it shows the black underneath. I don't mind it, but it does kind of leave a little speck here and there. Yeah. I probably only notice it because I know it's happening. It's not really an issue. That's why I don't mind torching, because I feel that the picture still looks, it doesn't really change the look of it too much. So we are going to pause the video and let this settle into itself. But I love all these gold pearls that have come up around here at the bottom. And you've got this beautiful band of green that runs along. Now this gold, some of these is pearls, as you can see, that have come up, but this section here is mostly what was sitting on top after we did that the pour. So that's what I mean by, see how this has got a different shape to how these pearls have come up. So that's why that's why I do it as a dirty pour from a height, because you want as much of the metallics to sink down underneath. But this bottom half I am just in love with. So we will pause this, let the metallics settle into themselves and expand. And while I'm off camera, I will scrape the edges of the bottom of the canvas. So we will be back shortly. All right, we're back. So this is what's happened. These pearls down the bottom have definitely developed more. They've kind of pushed the green out a little bit, and not in a bad way, because you can still see the green underneath. These pearls over here have developed more shape to them, and so has up here and across through there. So that's why leaving it in time just kind of allows it to, oh, pardon me, sorry about that. Just allows it to develop a little bit better. These pearls over here are actually a green and a gold blend. You can see the green inside that gold. Awesome. if I had have made the gold thinner, so the gold wasn't 1-to-1 because it's extreme sheen, these here wouldn't be so circular. These would be a lot more out of shape. So that's why you got to judge the consistency of the paints. Extreme sheens are thinner than the decor metallics, so you have to adjust it accordingly. But this is really cool. I'm happy I used the gold. I shouldn't have been afraid of it or worried about how it was going to behave, because it has done wonders. There's a reasonable amount of green in there, but the gold has kind of decided it wanted to be the showstopper colour. So I will bring you down for a close-up and we can actually see how all these pearls and the shapes of everything have developed. Okay, so this is the whole artwork, and just remember the colours aren't always correct because of the lights that kind of react with the paints a little bit to give them different effects. But this is my favourite part. Down here where the gold is, and it's pushed the green aside, but see how these ones here are green and gold in them? Can't get the right colours. Well, that's a bit better. But it is awesome. Loving it. And even though you've got like a green cell or pearl, and then gold ones have come up through it and made like little effects. So that's this corner. Let's go change my angle. There we go. This is the green side, which decided it wanted to stay more green. Then we got this nice blend here, coming up and across to the top corner. And look at these cool effects. Like you got gold, but you got these other shapes happening in them. Which angle? This angle's the best, but it's not so easy. I don't know how good it looks on camera for you guys. But yeah, so I'm super pleased. I think this has turned out really well. You've got highlights of green throughout. Can't get the colours right, and that ring light is irritating you. So this is a metallic pearl pour, dirty pour combination. And I have used 24K gold and emerald in the decor metallics. So, love it. This is definitely my favourite part of it. I love how the pearls just develop and make cool patterns with each other. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. So, let me know what you think. So, comment, like, share my videos. It's wonderful when people get to share them so others get to see them. And usually new people come and say, oh, I'd like to join and subscribe. I've got over 560 subscribers now, so I am so happy. Thank you everyone who has subscribed and watched my videos. So, yeah, comment, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. So, enjoy your day, and I'll see you for another pour tomorrow. Okay, bye.